Welcome along to the first of a series of Kingstone Maurward marketing lectures. We're putting them on in conjunction with the Federation of Small Business, and today we have nearly 30 businesses coming along. In fact, there was a waiting list, so these things are proving to be extremely popular. We hope you enjoy it. I hope you can find out something from this video. Keep watching. Thank you. So what is marketing? What is it about? It's about your customers, and it's about understanding your customers. It's about your product, it's about your marketplace, it's about your branding, it's about your communications, and it's about your pricing. So what I want to say is a lot of you got this very right. It's a way to make sure that people are aware of you. It's a way to influence what people think of you, and it's a way to influence how and when they buy from you. That's what it's all about, and that's what I'm going to try and get through in the next couple of hours, and to show you the various techniques that you can use. What it actually is to me is everything. It's everything you do that people see. Whether it's your logo, it's your signage, it's your letterheads, it's your brochures, it's your mailers, it's your advertising, it's your sponsorship, it's your vehicles, it's your promotions, it's your website, it's even being a member of the local chamber of commerce is actually key to do your marketing and your business. You being there. It's social media, it's emails, it's telephone apps, it's QR tags, it's everything that you might do that actually goes out there and people see it. And it's not, I get very annoyed when, if you talk to an estate agent, we're not an estate agent, when they say, actually, yes, we will start marketing your house. We are marketing this product. They're not, they're selling it. And that's where I get annoyed, because there is a huge difference. I mean, people say so often, oh, well, marketing really, all you're trying to do is make us spend more on promoting yourself. It isn't that. It's something every business needs to do to promote itself. First one is decide what makes your business different. Now, that's the interesting thing going around here today. Every single business in this room is completely different. Every single business here has a different issue, has a different problem, is trying to solve something. But you can have the most wonderful, unique business in the world, but if nobody knows about it, nobody's going to come and buy it for you. And that's one of the biggest fears. Our key role as a company, this is our first thing that we decided, would be totally focused on building clients' service. We weren't interested in winning awards. We weren't interested in having these wonderful plaques all over the wall. We've won this, we've done that, we've done this, we've done that. Forget it. Where we decided what we were going to do, we were going to focus on whatever clients we had, how do we get their sales from here to here. And that's what the company is all about. And then we decided on 3 strands that would come off it. We'd work with clients and generate ideas with them to help them grow their business. We'd offer value, and that's absolutely key. I had somebody phone me last week, a company that's in the furniture making business. Well, actually it was their accountant who phoned me. And he said, the only concern, they really would like to see you. This was a call that somebody I knew. He recommended us to this accountant, to one of his clients. And he said, they really do want to work with you, but they're actually afraid that you're going to double their costs. Which is just the opposite. What we decided we were going to do is we're going to offer value. Now, we can't guarantee we'll reduce your marketing costs, but we'll have a blooming good try at doing it and give you a better service and actually make it more professional. And we would improve the quality of what people were doing. So that's what we decided to do. And what I'm asking you to start thinking of now with your businesses is to do exactly the same. Decide on what your core is as a business. What is your business all about? What makes your business different? And ours was, as a marketing company, we are sales focused. That's what separates us. And then, to go with that and around that, it's the 3 other points. And if you can actually start to think now, for a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to ask you to do this, just think now, what makes your business different? Let's just have a couple of minutes while you do it. Write it down, see if you can replicate that for your business. I'm not going to expect that nobody is interested in what you do. They're not. What they're interested in is what you can do for them. Marketing West, we put together a plan, and it's very simple. I mean, you've seen that slide just now. Ours, we asked ourselves these questions. Who are our customers? Yeah. What businesses are we after? Well, we decided it was any business that was large enough to need some marketing, but not large enough to have its own marketing department. Where do we position ourselves? Well, we position ourselves at the quality end, the experience. And our policy is to always offer experience, quality, value, and a sales focus. That's what we put in there. And then we drew up a marketing plan for ourselves. But the marketing plan 2 years ago, compared with what it is now, is totally different. And we're a marketing company. So don't expect to get it right. And I just think it's something I don't know if you'll be able to read that properly, but some of these things I've said already. The car park, yeah, what does it look like? What's the paintwork like on the premises? People notice that, because if it's tacky, now again, if I'm going to stay in a hotel and I drive into the car park and it's a bit ropey, you know darn well inside is going to be ropey as well. It's all this first impression stuff. What's the reception like? Is it clean? Is it tidy? Is it a mess? Is it well lit? Is it welcoming? The way they answer the telephone. I've got a real thing about that. And when I was running LBC in London, the news radio station, the sales team were on a different floor I was on, and I tried to call the sales team, and it was glass walls and internal atrium. I called the sales team, and I insisted that the phone was answered within 3 rings. And I kept calling and testing it, and they weren't answering it. So one day I just got my mobile, and I went and stood outside where they couldn't see me. I could watch the sales team. When I used to complain, they used to say, "Oh, there's nobody here, nobody to answer the phone." So I actually stood outside, just out of sight, and dialed the sales office number, and watched them just ignoring this phone ring. And then when I walked in, you should have seen their faces. And they suddenly realised it was me who was actually calling, and they couldn't say that they weren't there. They were actually just ignoring the phone.
Why would the sales team do that?
Sorry?
Why would the sales team do that?
Why did they? They all felt they were doing something more important than answering madness. Absolutely. I did make my views known.
Checking on emails.
I think we're just talking. I mean, crazy. Things I also think you should do, if you've picked up some business from somebody, send them just a thank you email to them. People really appreciate that. They appreciate little things like putting in writing by email to clients, giving a breakdown of what you've agreed with. Thanks for seeing me today, done this, this is what I understand we've agreed, can you just confirm it? People love that. It makes them feel important. Keep records of every client's spend and their personal details, like their birthdays. Don't be like the Americans where it's so false. Happy birthday, you know that they don't even know what your name is. But I don't need to market my business. Oh, how many times do you hear that? Fine, if you don't want to, up to you. But so many people think their business is different. No, my business is different. Oh no, it's not. Every business has that same problem. You have to get out and tell people. What we said earlier, however good your product, nobody knows about it, nobody's going to buy it. I don't spend on marketing. Right? Okay, you probably do. You just don't really, you haven't worked it out. We've been around for so long, everyone knows us. Yeah, but what percentage of the population is changing? New people are moving in. Dare I say, people are dying. The world is changing. Those businesses that say those first 3, I promise you, they will start to look old and tired, and eventually they fade away and they get bored, or they don't stay in business. Marketing people are just trying to make me spend. Well, I don't agree with that. And the one I really have a thing about is I don't like following up leads. How often we hear that? Here's some statistics. Who was it who said earlier about going back to people and getting in touch with them? Somebody did. Did you know If you're afraid to follow up interest, 78% of all interest in business never gets followed up. Now, I've actually got a case, a perfect case at the moment. A client approached or said to me they want, they've got some vacancies actually for care assistants, and I wanted to get a flyer in one of the local papers. Well, its first name is Dorset, and it's got an echo to it. And I sent an email on Thursday last week. I wanted to get it in one of this week's papers saying, you know, I need to get this in because somebody just give me a call. Yeah, I was there. We've got money to spend, approved by the client, copy done, everything ready. Didn't get a call. Didn't get one. No, madness. No, it was probably, the spend was about 500 or 600 quid. No, so it wasn't an unsubstantial amount of money. Never had any response, never had a call back. Don't expect miracles, it won't do it for you. Have patience, for goodness sake. Try ideas, and they don't always work. Produce a very, very simple plan, and try and stick to it. Don't be diverted. Don't, you know, when that salesman from the View From rings up because they've got a pets feature this week, and it really is something that your business won't survive if you're not in it. You know? Ignore them. Make every penny work harder. You've really got, and don't be afraid, incidentally, with media companies, don't be afraid to negotiate. Really, they'll ask for one price, you'll get it at about 60% of that price if you go in and negotiate. Well, trust me, I work in media. Remember, first impressions count, and don't be deflected from what you're trying to do. And if you walk away with all of those things, and you start putting some press releases out, and you stop saying, I've got more important things to do, which you haven't, start doing things like that. Start getting Google Analytics. Start doing all of these things. They'll work for you, I promise you.
How did you feel this morning's session went?
Thoroughly enjoyed it. We're pleased we came along. We're opening our shop tomorrow. We delayed it from today so that we could come along today to make sure that the things we've put in place are correct, and I think we're on the right lines, and we've learned a lot as well, so it's all good.
Thank
you very much. I'm going to use to help me to look at marketing better and smarter, so definitely useful.
How did you find this morning's session? Did you find it helpful?
It was very good, very helpful, informative, and it clarifies a lot of detail about the marketing aspect of the business.
So you thought it was worth coming?
Yes, definitely.
How did you enjoy this morning's session?
I thought it was very informative and learnt a few things about marketing. Hey, that's good because it's a marketing course, and certainly would consider going to another seminar in the future. It's our first one, so it's good.
How did you enjoy this morning?
I enjoyed it very much. I think we've taken quite a lot from it, and that we need to get out and talk to people a bit more and do some more marketing. Personal marketing. I thought it was very informative, thank you.
How did you find this morning?
Oh, really good, really enjoyed it. Lots of ideas from all the other people as well, and it certainly prompted me to action. A couple of things I hadn't realised were useful. Free advertising, so I'll certainly look on that one.
Well, I think everybody seemed to enjoy that. The feedback was tremendous. There were a lot of questions, a lot of things covered. The hardest thing was getting everything about marketing into 2 hours. I don't think we achieved that, but we're going to run a series of these. There'll be more events like this that we're planning to put on. In addition, keep watching the Marketing West website, and over the next, well, say 3 to 4 weeks, you'll find another 5 marketing tips will be appearing. So keep watching, and thanks very much.